ran my first half marathon. My heart and lungs feel fine. I ran a good race. I just did it under 10 minutes a mile, which was my goal. That and finishing and not dying, both of which I did as well. I'd say that there's a mismatch between my cardiovascular and respiratory health, which are ready to go again, and my muscle health, which is ready to sit down all day. So that's an interesting mix and gives me an idea for future practice and training. It's like my heart, my lungs, they're doing great. My muscles and my knees in particular, not ready for a full marathon, and looking forward to the week off. I had kind of an inflated view of my running ability going into it. I started the middle of the race, and the first 5 miles is people passing me up. People better looking than me too, which is like always lovely. All these beautiful Olympic people just sprinting past me for 5 miles. For 5 miles, it's people passing me up. And then around the 8-mile point, you do a turnaround. Instead of looking at all the beautiful people that are ahead of me, I get to look at all the also attractive people, because there's no unattractive people in the world. Certainly not running a half marathon. Something about just going out there and doing your thing is like it's attractive. So, but getting to see the people that are attractive but slower than me is like, oh, that was all right. So the second half I liked better just because I wasn't being passed up by people the whole time. Running is for me a very spiritual Christian metaphor for my life. All my brothers, not all my brothers, but my older brothers are how we had been growing up, stronger, faster, better at sport than I am. But they're also quitters. I mean, love them to death, but they're quitters. They don't have the endurance. And I just remember this time we were helping an elderly family member move who had pretty severe mental problems. So there was a lot of hoarding, and her place was probably at 2 feet of garbage the whole way throughout, except for a path from one room to the other. And there was a joke when we found a dead rat. One of my brothers said, "I'm sorry, that little guy had to live this way." And after about the first hour, it's like all the strong brothers like, "Oh, I'll lift that and I'll carry that," and they were doing a good job, and they were saying how they were stronger than me. And it was like, that's what it was like growing up for me, from my perspective anyway. Though from an adult perspective, looking back, I see that they had their own bullcrap that they had to deal with. But that's the bullcrap I had to deal with, is them being stronger, better, and coordinated, and playing pickle with me and my twin brother haphazardly in the middle, as my older brothers would just throw the ball over our head the whole time, laughing. And yeah, that was a lot of my childhood when it comes to physical stuff. But when we were helping our family member move, they quit. They stopped. They said, "All right, this is too much. I can't do it anymore." And I understood. Let me tell you, I understood. It was hard. It was really, really painful and difficult. But what God has made me to be is somebody that doesn't give up. I mean, I'm not the fastest runner out there. It's the first 5 miles. For 5 miles, people were passing me up. But I didn't give up. I kept running, and I had a pace I was proud of, a pace that I'm not the least bit ashamed of. At the end of my race, I really tried to pour on the gas and use everything I got, but I was done. I used all my energy, which is a good goal for a race. Make sure you used all your energy. And I did. And so it was a good run. And my Christian walk has been like that, though. I haven't felt the least bit called towards amazing acts of ministry where everyone's like, "Wow, that's amazing." But through these kinds of things that are perseverance, caring for my sisters who are both single moms and their kids, and being consistent and being there all the time, not losing my temper. And when I lose my temper, to make up for it, make amends for it, to heal the damage that I've done. And to do that not just like for 6 months and just like sprint it, but through years. And I could say is that my 14 years as a Christian, about 14 years, is that's what it's been. It's been slow and steady and godly growth and healing relationships and healing people's hearts. And I mean, I'm a real believer in the conversion story where people's lives are just changed in an instant. That's the way a lot of it was with me. But that's not the ministry God called me to. It's like I've been the slow and steady building lives with people kind of ministry. It's like being there with people in their hard times, when someone dies, when their hearts get broken, when my hearts get broken, when someone dies in my life, and sharing life. And that takes a different kind of of strength than just stopping this bad habit, or going out and telling everyone you know about Jesus, and burning every bridge if you have to, and giving up all your money to the poor. It's like living for Christ every day for a long time takes a different kind of strength. It's like why Paul says in the Bible is, I ran with endurance. And of course he also said he ran for the prize as if he was getting first place, which well, I'm not a sprinter. It's like for me, first place is finishing. First place is not giving up. And let me tell you, that's what I'm running for. Like in that half marathon, I set a good pace. And I'd say for the first 2 miles, I ran a little bit faster, like a minute per mile faster. But the last 6 miles easily, it was the same pace, just under 9 minutes. And that's maybe there's some slower time in the earlier time, but it's like 9 minutes, 9 minutes and 50-something seconds per mile the whole way through. And I mean, maybe I'll do faster next time, but with training and exercise and getting some people that know what they're doing to help me, but I'm pretty proud of what I did. It's like but more than just physical stuff, spiritually, it's like in sharing my life with other people, I want to run with endurance in the same way, of not giving up. Maybe not being impressive, maybe not being able to accomplish this great thing that my mother always dreamed all of her children would do because she knew how special they were. Maybe not, but that's what I want. I want to finish without giving up on other people, giving up on Christ, and to live sacrificially that way. And maybe God will call me to some greater sacrifice where I throw myself on a grenade, and like if that time comes, I pray I'll do it. But until then, I'm going to do the slow and steady coal fire rather than bonfire of spiritual growth and physical exercise too. Yeah, so I hope you guys have a good one. God bless, and praise Jesus. I finished